Hello, welcome to the first part of the lesson on surface area of pyramids. Today we're going to focus on square pyramids. So, a couple things to remember about a square. What do we know? Well, one really big thing. What do we know about all their sides? They're all equal. That's right. So if you know one side length, you know all the sides of the square. Pyramids. How many bases do pyramids have? That's right. They have one base. Now, just like we did with prisms, we are going to look at two different ways we can solve, and you can choose which way you like better. We're going to have our net method, which I think you might like better this time around. I think they're easier to draw. Or we have the formula method, which has many of the same parts as before, just one difference, and we'll talk about that as we go. So, you notice now when you draw them, the base may not always look like a square. And you've got my wonderful drawing to, further enhance that. But just go with me on this here. Okay? So we have a square base and then the triangles for all the sides. There's 4 triangle sides. Now there's something called the height of the triangle here is called the slant height. It's represented with L. So that's what we call slant height. Useful when we are working with the formula, because you see there's an L in there. But when we're doing the net method, all that is the height of the triangle. All right, so I'm going to throw in some measurements here. Let's see, we're going to say our base is 6 centimeters. And so the sides of all the squares of the square is 6. And the height of our triangle is going to be 7 centimeters. Okay? So first let's draw a net. So do the best that you can to draw that out. Oops, lost my marker. Okay, so I've got a square base. The easiest way I find to do this is draw my square and then draw my triangles. If you can, get them to look somewhat identical to each other, because in actuality, they are. All right, well, close enough. Now, we'll label some things. So this side is 6, all the other sides are 6. And if I find the height of one of my triangles, that's 7. I find its area, I'm good to go for the rest of them, okay? So how do we find the area of the square? That's right, we multiply side times side. We don't need all 4 of them, we just need 2 of them. So we do, some different colors in here, 6 times 6, which equals 36. Now I need to find the area of my triangle. Remember how to do that? 1/2 times the base times the height, which is 7. So 1/2 times 6 times 7. What does that equal? Well, hopefully you've said 21. So that means this triangle's area is 21, this one's 21, that one's 21, that one's 21. Notice I didn't have to sit there and calculate each one. Now we have to, when we had the net, what did we do then to find the total surface area? That's right, we added them all up. So we have 21 plus 21 plus 21 plus 21 plus 36. Or you could say 21 times 4 plus 36. All right, what does that equal? Well, that should be 84 plus 36, which should give you 120. And remember, our units were centimeters, so it's area 120 centimeters squared. All right, so that went pretty quickly, right? Net's much easier to draw here for a pyramid. Plop it down on its base, unfold the sides. Yeah, try to figure out where to put this other base and that of the prisms. Like I said last week, pyramids I think are easier than prisms. All right, but we have to do them both. All right, over here the formula. Let's remember what everything is. So P is perimeter of the base. Now remember, perimeter is different than area. Perimeter is the distance around. Area is the space inside. L is the slant height. And big B is the area of the base. So just like with the prisms, list out what each piece is before you plug it into the formula. That way then you're sure you've got everything. So what's the perimeter? All the sides are 6. That's 6 times 4, which is 24. Slant height is 7. Base, area of the base is 6 times 6, which is 36. Okay. Well, let's do a little multiplication, shall we? Plus plugging things in. So our surface area is equal to 1/2. Don't forget that. We're dealing with triangles, so that half has to get thrown in there. 1/2 times perimeter, which was 24, times our slant height, which was 7, plus 36. Remember, we multiply, then we add. 1/2 of 24 is 12. 12 times 7 is 84. Wow, this looks familiar, doesn't it? 84 plus 36 equals 120 centimeters squared. So, presto, you have the formula, or you use the formula method to find the surface area of the pyramid. Let's do one more example here just to show how that works. And then I'm just going to work on things. Now, to save time and drawing, I'm going to quickly try and erase this stuff fairly neatly. 7's gone. Okay, we'll leave that. Well, we're going to change that. We'll change that. Erase that. And same thing with the formula. We'll take that stuff out. Okay, here we go. New numbers. Because new numbers are fun. All right. Let's say, well, let's be a little bit more challenging because you never know when you might see a decimal. Let's say our slant height is 8.4 inches and our base side is 5 inches, okay? Well, we're going to have the same net drawing. My square sides are 5 and 5. My slant height here, or my height of my triangle, is 8.4. Now we got to solve. How do I find the area of my square? That's right, 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. How do I find the area of my triangle? Well, 1/2 times 5 times 8.4. Oh, well, that's going to be a little bit more challenging. Remember, you can use a calculator with this. I'm going to grab mine to save a little time. Let's see here. What do we get? 0.5. Remember, 0.5 is equivalent to 1/2 times 5 times 8.4. And we get 21. Oh, really? Seriously? I just gave us 21 again? I made up the numbers and they just came out that way. All right, so what did we learn last time? If that triangle area is 21, what's the triangle areas for all the others? 21. And we learned what shortcut? Instead of going 21 plus 21 plus 21 plus 21, we take the triangle area and multiply it by 4. Very good. So 21 times 4 plus 25. Okay, we're going to have a different answer at least, okay? That's good. 21 times 4, 84, plus 25 is 109. 109 inches squared. So that worked out pretty nicely. I mean, it was nice that we had 21 show up as an area for the triangle. But now, let's say we want to do it with the formula. All right, well, we've got to find the perimeter of the base. Each side length is 5, so it's 5 times 4, because there's 4 of them. It's 20. Slant height, 8.4. Area of the base, well, 5 times 5. So you got 25. Now plug into your formula. So we have 1/2 times the perimeter times the slant height plus the area of the base. Notice this time it's one base because we only have one base in the pyramid. Okay, let's simplify. 1/2 times 20, well, that's 10, times 8.4, well, that's going to be 84. So we have 84 plus 25, which still should equal 109 inches squared. So you can see we have a net method, we have a formula method, similar to the prism, but just a little bit, let's say easier, a little bit different, that you can use to find the surface area of square pyramids. Next lesson will be when we have triangular prisms. Okay? Thanks much for watching.